Finland has some of the most terrifying creatures compared to other mythologies, beings that seek to corrupt you or simply enjoy doing evil, although there are also kind and protective. In this video, we are going to meet 14 of the creatures of Finnish mythology. Number 1. Tuonentitti. Tuonentitti is one of the maidens or servants of Tuonela, the realm of the dead in Finnish mythology. She serves the main deities of the underworld such as Tuoni and Tuonatar. Her main task is to receive and attend to the souls of the dead who come to the underworld. She is one of the first figures a soul encounters when crossing into the realm of the dead. She is depicted as an ethereal figure, dressed in dark or misty robes that reflect Tuonela's sinister nature. Apart from Tuonentitti, there are other maidens in the underworld, such as Tuonenpika. These maidens have similar roles, but may differ in their specific tasks within the underworld. Number 2. Atar is a forest witch or demonic spirit. She is portrayed as a serpent or dragon. In some versions, she is a malevolent female figure that resembles a witch or hag. Atar is known to spread disease and plague, particularly pestilence. She hides in the darkest and most remote corners of the forests, and it is believed that those who enter her territory may become trapped or fall ill. It is the antagonist in stories, a source of fear and malice. She draws people to her, especially those who venture too far into the forest without caution. Atar is believed to be the mother of other malevolent beings and creatures in Finnish folklore. Number 3. Lmpo. Lmpo is the fire of the heart and spirit. It can be the warmth you feel when you fall in love, or the spark that ignites great anger. In ancient Finland, it was respected and feared for its power over human emotions. Lmpo was originally conceived as a spirit or entity related to passion, both love and chaos. It is a fiery or luminous creature, sometimes with both human and animal characteristics. Lmpo has the ability to ignite passion in hearts, be it love, desire, or even anger. But this passion is not always good. It can lead to obsession or destruction. Imagine someone who suddenly falls madly in love or becomes angry for no reason. In the past, they might have said, "Lmpo has touched him." For this reason, it was seen as both a blessing and a curse. People used to wear amulets or perform small rituals to protect themselves from its unwanted influence. Invoking other spirits or gods to keep it at bay was common. Number 4. Louhi is a sorceress and the matriarch of Pohjola, a land in the north described as cold and dark. In the Kalevala, Louhi is described as a powerful old witch, cunning and with great magical power. As a sorceress, she is able to shapeshift, control the weather, and cast powerful spells. One of her most famous acts is to steal the sun and the moon, condemning the earth to live in darkness. Louhi has numerous confrontations with heroes, especially with Väinämöinen, Ilmarinen, and Lemminkainen. His best-known story is his attempt to keep a magical artifact, the Sampo, out of reach of the heroes. The Sampo was forged by Ilmarinen, one of the world's greatest blacksmiths and craftsmen. It was created in response to Louhi's request, as a price for betrothing his daughter. The Sampo is a magical artifact, a kind of mill, which has the ability to produce grain, salt, and gold. Although Ilmarinen forged the Sampo for Louhi, he and other heroes, including Väinämöinen, the wise bard and leader, longed to possess it because of its ability to bring wealth, power, and well-being. They faced many challenges, but with their cunning and skills, they managed to reach Pohjola and obtained the Sampo. But while they were trying to run away with it, Louhi found out about their deception. Louhi summoned his powers and transformed his troops into monsters and creatures and pursued the heroes. This ended in a great battle at sea. During the confrontation, the Sampo was damaged and fell into the sea, breaking into pieces and being lost forever. Number 5. Iut Torso. Iut Torso is a sea beast. It is sometimes called the eternal spirit of the sea, or simply the sea monster. It is one of the most well-known creatures in Finnish epics, especially in the Kalevala. It is a colossal being with characteristics of an octopus or squid, with many tentacles or a body covered with spines. It has total dominion over the sea, which allows it to create storms and sink ships. It is known to be virtually invincible and can be a challenge to even the bravest heroes. His size, unpredictable nature, and reputation as an invincible beast made the sea a feared and respected place. Number 6. Naki. Naki is a water spirit, associated with ponds, lakes, and rivers. In Finnish folklore, and also in other Nordic countries, it is known as a spirit that haunts freshwater places. It is a dark and sinister creature, sometimes with partly human and partly aquatic features. Its appearance can be deceptively beautiful or absolutely terrifying. Naki is known for her ability to shapeshift. In addition, it often waits just below the surface of the water to catch unsuspecting people, dragging them underwater. It can also take the form of a beautiful maiden to deceive and worry youngsters. Old tales warn about the dangers of swimming alone or approaching the water's edge during certain times, especially in the evening or at dusk, as Naki could be lurking. He was especially feared by children, who were told these stories as warnings. Stories tell of people being lured into the water by Naki's singing or seductive appearance, only to be dragged into the depths and never seen again. Number 7. Kalevanpoika. Kalevanpoika translates as Son of Kaleva, is a heroic giant who appears in several Finnish stories and legends. He is a man of colossal size, overcoming mountains and forests with ease. Possessing supernatural strength, he is known for his heroic deeds and sometimes also for his impulsive temperament. With his great sword, he is able to change the landscape, creating valleys, mountains, and canals. One of the most famous stories tells how, after the death of his mother, he tries to avenge her by confronting the enemies of the south. But finally, he is tricked and falls into a trap. After that, he walked westward and disappeared into the sea. But before that, he left his mark on the landscape of Finland. It is said that Kaimi's channel was created by him when he dragged his sword on the ground. Before I continue, it is extremely important for me that you comment and above all that you share this video. It is the only way for YouTube to recommend it to more people, apart from the fact that this video comes out thanks to your suggestions. And if you want to support me even more, you can do it by joining the members of the channel. Number 8. Atar is a fearsome and malevolent figure in Finnish mythology. She is a kind of witch or evil spirit, closely associated with illness and disease. Atar is known to be a source of illness and is often invoked as the cause of various afflictions. It has a shadowy and even grotesque appearance. She can curse someone to suffer illness or directly cause pain and suffering. When someone fell ill with no apparent cause, people believed it could be the work of this evil being. Shamans or healers struggled to combat its influence with rituals and incantations to expel the illness. Number 9. Hiisi. In ancient Finnish beliefs, Hiisi are both to sacred or special places in nature and to beings or spirits. With time and the Christian religion changing local traditions, the spirits associated with Hiisi came to be seen as more mischievous or even malicious entities. They are like wild creatures, sometimes with both human and animal characteristics. Hiisi were known to cause misfortunes, such as disease in livestock or crop failure. If something went wrong without explanation, a Hiisi could be blamed. People avoided certain places, such as dark forests or large rocks, thinking they were home to the Hiisi. The idea was that if you entered their territory uninvited, they might harm you or cause you bad luck. To keep these creatures at bay, you could wear amulets, perform rituals, or even make offerings to appease them. There are stories in which the Hiisi steal livestock or scare travelers in deep forests. There are also tales in which, if treated with respect, the Hiisi could be friendly or help people. Number 10. Haltia is a spirit or guardian entity that protects a place, object, or even animals and people. It would be like a kind of genie or spirit in other mythologies. They can be invisible or take the form of animals, humans, or a mixture of both. The form they take is usually connected to what they protect. A forest Haltia could look like a tree or animal. They are known for their ability to protect and bless. They can also curse or play mischief if provoked or disrespected. Number 11. Otso Karhu. Otso and Karhu are Finnish words for bear. In Finnish mythology, the bear is considered the king of the forest, a powerful and sacred animal. The bear is seen not only as an animal, but as a spirit of the forest. It is respected both for its physical strength and its spiritual connection to the natural world. When the ancient Finns hunted a bear, they performed specific rituals to appease its spirit and ask forgiveness for killing it. It was believed that the bear had a soul that, if properly respected, would return to the forest and be reborn. There are many stories in which Otso is both a protector of the forest and a creature to be feared. In some stories, he may transform into a human or have human qualities. The veneration of the bear is not unique to Finnish mythology. Many cultures around the world, especially those where bears are native, have a deep respect for these animals and see them as spiritual or totemic beings. Number 12. Meänkiinen. Meänkiinen are small creatures compared to the gnomes, trolls, or elves of other mythologies. They are subterranean beings that live in the hills and mountains. They are usually described as small, no taller than human knee height, with old and wrinkled features. They have a robust stature and earth-toned skin, which allows them to blend in with their surroundings. They are shy beings and try to avoid human contact. They are also said to be very curious. They may cause little trouble or play pranks, but are rarely considered malevolent. Meänkiinen help or guide lost humans, especially in the mountains or in the forest. In other stories, they may lead humans to their subway homes, sometimes causing time to pass differently. Meänkiinen are considered protectors of the forest and mountains, punishing those who harm the environment. Number 13. Suma. Suma is a creature so feared that its very presence can steal the breath of the living, a dark beast from Finnish mythology that guards the fragile thread between life and death. Is a giant wolf with eyes that burn with an unearthly intensity. His dark fur and imposing presence make even the bravest heart shiver. Legend has it that those unfortunate enough to cross his path and feel Suma's touch meet an immediate and fatal fate. There is no escape, no plea that works. Contact with Suma is synonymous with a final goodbye. The stories about Suma were told to children not only to frighten them at night, but to teach them to be cautious and to respect the dangers. Number 14. Peru is a demon or evil spirit. The word has been used to describe evil entities or forces. It is a dark creature with terrifying characteristics. Associated with evil, Peru can cause misfortune, disease, or tempt people to evil deeds. It also has powers of transformation or deception. People feared him because he could bring bad luck or even death. It was also associated with temptation, leading people astray. Certain herbs or amulets, rituals and prayers could repel this entity. In stories, Peru tempts people to make deals, sometimes with dire consequences. In others, it appears as an obstacle that heroes must overcome or trick. Leave a comment and like before you leave, and thanks for making it to the end. I recommend these videos of mythological creatures